Talking that talk.
What they talk. It's your boy Dizzle, Boogie, Chachi, Hollywood J. What they talking.
Business,
Music,
culture,
sports,
And a bunch of other crazy we probably shouldn't be talking about.
coast to coast with it.
It's random. What they talking.
what they Look at this guy over here, bro.
What they talking.
Like and subscribe.
Welcome to another episode of What They Talking. It is your boy Dizzle here on this wonderful, wonderful Thursday morning. How y'all doing out there today? Jay, my man, how was your weekend, man? How was your week, bro? How you doing?
Weekend was good, man. Week is going well too. Work has been crazy, but I have to say, so hyped that it's, I guess, daylight savings time is over or whatever one it is now. Spring forward, fall back. Because it's dark past 5 p.m. and I'm so tired of that bullshit. I know, Dizzle, you in Colorado, you ain't got no light anymore, but over here in California, it's still light. So we're Gucci. Things are good. Also, personally, I'm super hyped that it's NFL free agency and my Packers got some stud free agents. So I'm mad hyped about that. Other than that, man, I'm chilling, literally heads down, work, finally busy season. Got to go to Vegas coming up. So that'll be fun, work related, but yeah, man, things are good. I'm chilling. How you doing, Chachi?
Yo, I am here. Definitely feel you on the work being crazy right now, but definitely blessed to be able to work in a fast-paced moving industry where my days are never the same. So I enjoy being able to kind of switch it up and not be doing the same thing over and over and over again. Just celebrated a birthday. I got to hang out with my daughter, my granddaughter. They're back down in Louisiana now, but we are chilling. Excited about this weekend, spending some time with the family, and I'm loving sunshine outside and it not being dark when I get home from work, so I could shoot some hoops in the yard with the boys and take them out to go run on the track. What you talking about now? I can play. I'm old. Look. I can play ball.
I thought you was a football player.
Football was my thing, but I want to stay championship as a basketball player. I didn't play much on that team. I was
Eighth man on the business. A ring's a ring. A ring's a ring.
A ring is a ring.
Banish
I would mainly get called out to go foul somebody, but
hack-a-chach over here, dude. Just out here.
I still got a little jumper. You know what I mean? I still got a little jumper on me. But yeah, man, all is well, man. Could definitely be better. Could definitely be worse. Feeling good.
I actually just remembered something that pissed me off this week. I don't know why I need to share everyone, but something that irritates me to none other. I'm a supporter of small businesses. I get it. It's hard to find staff. It's hard to find everything. So I had to go pick up my contact lenses from my optometrist. Okay. I finally had a little break in my schedule. I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna go. At just before noon, I'm gonna go pick these up, no problem. So I show up, I check, just make sure they're open that day because sometimes small businesses, whatever, aren't open. Cool, bet. I pull up, and as I get to the door, on the door, there's a sign that says, "We are closed for lunch from 11:50 to 1 p.m. My ass got there at literally 11:51, and no one would let me in. No one would let me do the most basic task of picking up something I already paid for. You literally just have to hand me my contact lenses, and I can walk out. So what really grinds my gears is small businesses. Just put it on your website. Just say, hey, we close every day from this time to this time, because I checked that, and I still showed up. So then I had to go back across town again, after 1 p.m. to go get that. Like, I have no problem with you taking lunch.
Man.
Just put it on the fucking website. So that's just like my
little. Did they put the little clock, paper clock in the window? Did they put the little paper clock in the window?
No, they printed it off of like a Xerox printer and just just taped it to the door. It's not even like it's nowhere else to be found.
That's a siesta.
Siesta. So irritating.
Oh, man.
Like, what are you doing? And then they're closed on other random days. Like they're closed on like Mondays. I'm like, who's closed on a Monday? Like, what are you doing? This place, I think I need to get a new optometrist. This is they be wilding.
It bees like that sometimes, but I don't know if y'all heard what happened to Boogie.
What
happened? Well, he's not here today. Right?
No. Did you hear what happened? He was he was shopping and he sat in one of those like elderly kind of waiting lines at the shopping
slow checkout
and the slow checkout lane, and he happened to bump into Ryan Garcia, who happens to listen to our show, and he caught a bad one, so he's home right now. You know what I mean? To a stake on the eye, poor Boog. Hope you get a quick recovery, brother. You know what I mean?
Feel better.
I'm just glad. I'm glad I'm on this side of the country and not that side of the country where you happen to have an opportunity to bump into the people that we're over here talking shit about. But unlike Boog, I'm not gonna skip you, Dizzle. How you feeling? How was your weekend?
Man, I was waiting. But I'm good. Life is good, man. Like we just celebrated birthdays just passed, man. It was nice, man. My lady knows I love whiskey, man. So, man, we drank a lot of whiskey. We went to fancy whiskey places and whiskey tasting, and then I even got a nice 18-year-old bottle of something sitting here on my desk. So,
so it's legal.
I'm gonna sip that. It's legal.
Nah, I love some whiskey, bro. Like,
man, I'm
it's
loving
a problem.
It, man. It's a problem for me. Like this 18-year, I'm trying to sip slow, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the price tag, so I got to sip.
Yeah,
that slow.
enjoy it.
Yeah, special occasions. I feel like Bert Kreischer said it best. Like whiskey's like come into fashion, but he's like, there's whiskey people, and then there's people who pretend to be whiskey people. Like we're all whiskey people. Like we'll order that shit on a plane in the morning. Like not in the morning. We're not alcoholics, but you know what I mean. Like when you're drinking, like I'll order whiskey any time of the day. Then there's people who like order it to look cool. They take 2 sips. They never finish it. I'm like, I'm slamming that. I don't know. That just might mean I have a problem, but I'm about that.
Or maybe they have a problem.
They got the problem. You know what I'm saying? Out here
sorry, y'all lame.
Boy, I drinks. I don't drink. I drank.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a little slice of life, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I love it, man. I love it. But other than that, though, she hooked me up. Actually, my girl and her dad hooked me up with a nice bottle, man. So I'm out here like doing my thing. And my kids, of course, the ones that hooked us up and put in the work with what they talking, making tracks and intros. They ain't give me nothing.
So dope.
They gave me nothing.
Did they bother you at all?
Well,
did they bother you, or did they just leave you be?
Because that's a gift in itself.
That's a gift. Yeah. That's a gift. That's a gift in their eyes too. They're like, hey, I didn't even ask you anything. I didn't ask you for money. I didn't ask you for time.
Right. They let me be. They let me be the day before though. They participated in all the festivities that I participated in. They was with me. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a blessing in itself.
Yeah. So it was a good time, man. But other than that, man, we got these stories queued up for you. So let's get to it. First story of the day. I'm going to change the scene. So I'm going to jump into my boy Boogie sector about stocks and investments. But I'm also going to jump into my boy
stocks
Chachi sector because I want to talk about music too because I know my boy Chachi be on the music scene. So there's a company called Jukebox, man. JKBX Jukebox. So this company 2 years ago decided to buy up tons of rights to all these songs like Beyonce's Halo and, if you like it and you want to put a ring on it, they like bought up all these exactly. So they bought up all these rights to these songs, and they had the bright idea to say, "Hey, you know what? We're going to take this to market. We want to allow people to invest in not just a stock, but into a song." So picture this. Your favorite artist, let's just call it Beyonce, because right now one of the first songs that they had was Halo. And what they did was they secured the song Halo, so they broke it up in about 100,000 pieces, right? So people can invest in it. And right now, that piece of Beyonce's song is going for like $6.67 a share. But one thing about music is that how they do it, because this company owns the rights to this music, every time the song is played, whether it's a streaming service, whether it's a streaming service, whether it's in the elevator, whether it's on the radio, whether it's on the show, that's a royalty check. Beyonce owns some of the song, of course. This company owns all of it, but
yeah, because I was about to say, I'm sure she wants her piece of the pie too. She gets her major catalog.
Beyonce gets a piece of that money, that royalty, but that company that owns it, Jukebox, gets a piece, and then the $6.67 that you invested, you get a small fraction of it as well. So if the song's a hot release and it's banging everywhere, and you got that investment in it, you're going to get that check, a small fraction of that. But compared to the rest of the stock market, it ain't really like popping. You're not about to sit here and make millions off of it because the yield ain't really that high. It ain't really that high, but it's mostly for fans. A fan be like, you know what? You hear that song, Halo, Halo. I own about 10 shares, 10 pieces of that song. That's mine. You may own the H and the O or the A and the L. You know what I'm saying? You own some of that. So, fellas, what you think about Jukebox? Is it a good idea? Is this something that's going to blow up? I'm curious how you feel about it.
I think it's a creative idea for sure. Like, it's like a new way to approach royalties in music, but I think it's going to die a fast death. And the reason I say that is all the songs that you just referenced, you know, Halo, I think they have Rumor Has It. They got Taylor Swift's Welcome to New York.
Yeah.
These are all older songs, so you're not going to get like the initial pop of that happening. Also, you know, I'd be curious to see what payouts ultimately are, because Snoop Dogg was on a podcast recently and he was talking about when he hit 1 billion streams on Spotify, the money that equated to. He's like, oh shit, I'm about to get millions, whatever. Y'all know how much he got paid off of that?
It was like a couple racks.
$45,000 for 1 billion streams on Spotify, which seems incredibly low.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I don't know. If I invested in this, your boy would also invest in some bot that would just play the song continuously 24/7 to just rack up those listens and just keep collecting checks off of that.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. But Chachi is a music guy.
I don't know how much I'm a music guy. I enjoy music. I like to make music. I like to listen to music. Right. I also feel that there's like so much about the industry that I don't know, and a lot about even like just the royalty share and stocks industry that I don't know. I feel it's such a slippery slope, and I feel like it's a way as artists continue to push against the machine and find ways to level the playing field and get what's rightfully theirs. The industry is also going to continue to try to find ways to creatively, you know what I mean? So I'd be curious, like who owns Jukebox? You know what I mean? Like, does Beyonce and Taylor Swift have a piece of this? You know what I'm saying? And they're like, I don't know. It's hard to find out who's the artist, who's the machine. It's crazy to me.
Well, and it's crazy too, because like you're not going to get a piece of like new songs because no one's going to want to buy the rights to a new song that like hasn't blown up yet. So it's going to be some sort of time delay.
Yeah.
And I feel like songs and streaming is not really how you make money in the music industry anymore. Like, it could be interesting if a lot of these songs are like licensed into TV shows or movies, because that's money that like you get a significant cut of that. And then I feel like a lot of the money in music generally today for these big artists comes from touring and merchandise, which you don't have a cut of.
Of course.
So you're getting a sign from 2009. bro. Like, that's crazy. Oh, that's 15 years ago. And I'm sure there's still diehard Beyonce stans who are playing that like a lot. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's a cool concept, but I think in practice, I think it might fall flat on its face.
Listen. If they throw "Happy Birthday" up on that, I'm buying some shares. You know what I mean? throw the cha-cha slide on there. I haven't been to a party where I haven't heard the cha-cha slide. Whether it was a retirement party or a 5-year-old birthday party.
I'm telling you.
Sign me up.
I'm buying this time.
I'm buying. Everybody, clap your hands. I'm buying some shares. Let's get it.
Honestly, you know what I would rather have a piece of is podcasts. Like if I could get a share in the Joe Rogan Experience, because that's streamed.
Nice.
But I mean, this is all individual songs and not like an entire catalog.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Commercials. How about like commercial music? You know what I'm saying? Like
JG Wentworth, call 877 cash now.
O'Reilly.
Give me a slice of them
you know
jingles.
What I'm saying? The jingle. I'll take a jingle slice for sure.
Yeah. Hey man, but you know, I mean,
I like it.
It's a cool idea, man. It's a cool idea.
Whopper.
It's a cool idea. Definitely a cool idea.
Coming in.
Now, if they start buying up, like, I know that song's old, but if they start buying up some, like, Sony's not going to get rid of this because we already talked about it, but they start buying up some Michael Jackson stuff, then you may get a good piece of return.
Yeah.
But that share price is probably going to be, like, high as hell.
Well, yeah, they have to recoup their costs on it
Exactly.
because, like, I'm sure it wasn't cheap to get even a fraction of Halo.
Yeah.
Can I tell you one thing too? It might be a way to like strategize to be like a safe entry for folks who are scared of investing. You know what I'm saying? To like it's something of high interest, feels easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Could be a teaching tool.
That sounds like a walking sucker.
Yeah.
Like if Boogie was here, he'd be like, "No, put your shit in an ETF or something that will be stable for a long time." Because eventually, people are going to stop playing Halo. Like they're just not going to listen to it as much because Beyonce keeps releasing new tracks, whatever. I mean, there might be some, but like also it's generational.
True that.
Yeah, but it's also generational, right? Like the new, I don't know, Gen Z. You know, in a few years, and you'd be like, "I don't fuck with Beyonce. That's old music. Like I fuck with."
Little space,
little picture frame, whatever the fucking stupid ass name they're gonna come up with. I sound like such an old head right now, but that's the truth.
At the end of the day, that's what they're doing. They're really placing their bets, like they said, on oldies. You know, oldies songs that you can get on TikTok, Instagram when you're making your videos, things like that. So they're looking at it as a cool thing, but they're just making their bets on people just being a fan. Not for really making big dollars, just for being a fan.
I mean, it's kind of cool. It's almost like, you know, people buy stock in my Green Bay Packers. Like, it's not really worth anything, but it's just like a cool conversational piece. Like, I have this. Like, I think, you know, in some of these, I think I said you can get it started for as little as $100. Like $100 to have like a cool story and be like, blah, 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 blah. Like, if you're doing this as just like something fun, I think it could take off. But if you're doing it to actually like make legitimate recurring income, I think it's
bad idea.
Not a good idea.
Well, Jukebox, they out here making that bread, taking your money because you just a fan of some songs that you probably not even gonna recoup that bread back. But look, it's cool to see that little 2-cent check come in when this song get played. You know what I'm saying? 2-3% you get. That's dope.
O'Reilly.
That's what we need. We need
Bag
jingles. If you
in.
had jingles, I'm investing. But Jay, Mr. Hollywood Jay, what you got for us today?
I mean, I feel like some of these songs in the catalog's going to go missing, like good old Kate Middleton has been missing. I don't know if y'all have been following with this. The royal family. There's been a lot of controversy this week about Kate Middleton, who is essentially the queen in waiting, right? Because Prince William, who she's married to, is set to take the throne once his father, Prince Andrew, who is undergoing cancer treatments at this point, and he's pretty old and don't really know what's going on here. Maybe it's not Prince Andrew. Who am I getting that wrong? Which one is it?
Man, it's a lot of princes.
Who's the king of England?
It ain't
I
Charles.
can't keep
He the
up with
old
all
dude.
these damn
He
names.
the old dude. Charles.
No,
the
it is
old
Charles.
man.
No,
It's
Charles. Yeah, King Charles. My bad.
There
Yeah,
it is.
Andrew's the one that said I don't sweat and was on Epstein Island. That fucking creepy dude. But essentially, the controversy in the story goes is Kate Middleton went into a surgery, I think, for something in her abdomen, some abdominal surgery, and hasn't been seen in the public eye since. And normally the royal family provides regular updates. The monarchy's like big on that, so they can say why you're not going to these events, etc. Supposedly there was a picture of her like in a car that surfaced fairly recently, but it was super grainy, and a lot of people are swirling around the conspiracy theories. It was like a body double. So that brings us to what happened this week. The royal family is like known for like releasing pictures, randomly in preparation for England's like Mother's Day. Supposedly Kate Middleton put out a picture of her and her 3 children that again was allegedly taken by Prince William. But when people took a further look at the picture, it was like super photoshopped in like a horrible way, right? There was like fingers that were crossed in some weird way. There was patterns that were off. And people did some analysis, and they say that, it was actually superimposed her cover from Vogue. They did like a pixel to pixel match, and it went through. It was like identical to her Vogue cover. So again, more conspiracies swirling. And because Kate hasn't truly been seen in the public eye, people are like, what the fuck is going on? Then again, allegedly, Kate released a statement saying, like, my bad. I like to fool around with Photoshop, and I got a little carried away. This was just like a written statement that she released. Again, conspiracies swirling over here because they're like, well, one, why would you be editing the royal photos here? Two, like, why can't you just show face and be on FaceTime or go to a press conference like my bad? So... Right. There's kind of 2 dueling conspiracy theories. One is that her abdominal surgery went horrible and she's like potentially in like a medically induced coma, like not doing really well, health issues, whatever. The second theory is that Prince William is following in his father's footsteps, and had an affair with this woman whose name is Rose Hanbury. She's got like the most insane royal title ever. She said, what's her royal title? Hold up. She is the Marchioness of Chamalama Ding Dong. Like, I don't know. I can't pronounce that. All these royal people and all this weird stuff. She's like married to some super old royal and like lives down the street from William. So the theory is that there's potentially a divorce in the midst or coming.
I can see that.
Because he was hooking up with this woman who kind of looks like Kate Middleton, but a much like horsier version of her. She's like a horse face.
A horsier
Y'all gotta see
version,
this picture,
bro. Bojack.
Oh yeah, look at this right here. I'm gonna post it in our thing so y'all can look at it in real time. She looks like Kate Middleton, but like a much horsier version.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, so apparently, like, again, tabloids reporting that Kate confronted William and he just like laughed and was like, haha, that's ridiculous, which always a good reaction when you laugh at your wife when she accuses you of having an affair. Like, that's probably going to go well. So word on the street is that. So I don't know. What do y'all think? What do you believe? Do y'all care about the royal family? Do you care about this controversy? If it's coming across the pond, people are interested.
It's crazy.
Put your tinfoil hat on. What you think is going on?
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. The fact that I'm gonna be real, Chachi. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk for you.
No, go ahead.
It's just funny to me, man, because it's like, well, all right, hold up. All y'all folks out there, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about the royal family, man. You know what I'm saying? But
you don't care about London, bruv?
Hey, I do like London, you know what I'm saying? But royal family, it's like they just there. They just there. They ain't doing nothing. They just getting money and spending money and just living life.
Long money.
But you know it's entertaining when it's crossed the threshold from like, your bays. caring about it to like guys caring about it now, like everybody's fiance. Like I've been seeing,
and I'm sure we got some listeners. We got some listeners over there in England. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So for y'all, you know what I mean. I know y'all are feeling it. We hope. We wish nothing but the best for Kate Middleton. We hope she's well.
Oh, we do.
You know what I mean. That's because that's still scary. You know what I'm saying. It's she's a mom. She's like around our age bracket. You know what I mean. Beautiful woman. Hopefully she's good. Hopefully Boogie's good. Boogie, we wish you the best, man. Hope you're doing good out there. Nah, I'm only Boogie. I was only messing with you earlier, man. Yeah. Don't be mad at me.
But it is some hot tea.
It is for sure. No, for sure. Especially they like listed this timeline where people are trying to like make assumptions that like she passed away and
I saw that.
And
that's the thing, is it crazy because she hasn't been seen. Like
they said her last public appearance was in like December, like Christmas. Bro. So that's kind of wild.
And it was a scheduled surgery, so if it went as it was supposed to, they had other additional events set up for her in January. So clearly she was like supposed to be recovered by then.
Is like 3 months later. So
it's either medical or domestic. I don't know.
Bro, they hide something.
Well, and every like no family's immune to like drama, but it seems like for some reason the royal family always got some crazy drama going on.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you're rich as fuck and you literally rule a country and you just act like you're immune to things. Like
they're under the microscope all the time. You know what I'm saying? They're under the microscope. So people go and make their assumptions. I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if some crazy jacked up comes out of this thing, man. Like, I'm not trying to reach anything bad. I hope she's fine. I hope family's good. But I'm not surprised because it's the freaking royal family.
It's a tale as old as time. Rich and powerful people cheating on their spouses, shit goes wrong. So I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. We hope they're all good. Thoughts and prayers. But yeah, that's my story. Chachi, what you got for us?
Isn't it? So I like.
Isn't it?
So I like one of the fondest memories that I have, like. With my father, God rest his soul. He's, was my best friend. One of the best memories I have, like childhood memories, is every Saturday here in my hometown. There was like this little theater. It's closed down now, but every Saturday it was like matinee kung fu flicks. Boom, just like hours and hours, right? And you would see other, fathers and sons and homies. And it was like, I felt like it was like the coolest place to go and watch like some old school kung fu on the big screen. It was just ill. Right. And,
everybody was kung fu.
But it was like, it was one of the first times where I was like found so much enjoyment in something that I didn't even understand, right? Couldn't understand the language and it, showed me that like culture had no barriers, right? Like if it's good, it's good. And so fast forward to now, I've always had like this infatuation with Japanese culture, and just like kung fu, martial arts has always been like super intriguing to me. If I step in the ring with somebody, I'm probably going to get destroyed unless I pull out some gung fu. But, yeah, right. But it's always been intriguing to me. And so fast forward to FX dropping Shōgun. I don't know if y'all peeped this out yet. Shōgun on FX. If you haven't seen it yet, you gotta peep it out. It's again one of those kind of soft. It's subtitled, partially subtitled, not all the way subtitled. Super cool. It's a drama series. It's slow release. Usually I would wait until it's like released in completion and then just binge watch a thing. But for this one, I couldn't wait. I've been like anxiously awaiting every Tuesday to be able to catch the episodes. It's fire. And it's just like a good storytelling. They filmed it really well. The cinematography is really well. The acting is great. It's just dope. And it just kind of like gives me a little nostalgic moment flashback to when I was young. So Shōgun on FX. Jay, I think you said you peeped it, right?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like Game of Thrones meets Last Samurai. Like it's super interesting. It honestly inspired me to go down like a bit of a rabbit hole historical wise to like look at Japanese culture, and boy did I discover some things. The Japanese back in the day were a small island, but they were a mighty army. They were a menace in Asia, bro. They was out here fucking people up, like to the point where like they don't acknowledge some of the crazy shit, and like I don't blame them. But it was clear, like I think I read somewhere like in the 1800s when it was either Europe or some other people like came over, like Japan was so rigid and regimented about their culture and historical, preservation that they had like technology and weapons from the 1600s. And so they were like about to get fucked up. Like they still had shoguns. They still had, which is essentially like a military leader that reports to the emperor that like rules with an iron fist and whatever fief that they were in charge of. And so they've quickly realized like, oh shit, like actually the rest of the world is not partaking in our historical preservation. And so they like loaded up and like really transformed and modernized, and then they just started fucking people up again like they did back in the old days.
I mean, look at World War II. They took over a lot before we dropped the bomb.
Well, that part of it goes into like that's why they thought they could just like fuck with the US because they're like, we fuck up everybody.
Yeah, like going back, like Shōgun, Chachi, when I have watched a few episodes. I know now. I looked at I was like, yeah, I have. But then you're thinking about that nostalgia. So I was going back and I was looking at, I've always like, Shaolin, you know what I'm saying, and if you're a Wu-Tang Clan, you're going to look at the Shaolin, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And, I'm a Bruce Lee fan, but
Wu-Tang
I'm going to hit you with this
children.
one. I'm going to hit you with this one though. My dad made a point for me to watch The Last Dragon. Show enough. If
Bruce Leroy.
That's what I'm saying. If you ain't watched it, you need to go ahead and watch that.
Kiss my Converse.
Exactly. That's the dopest ever. I'm going to post something about it on our social media.
Who's the master?
Enough.
Who's the master? I am. So, that's one of the greatest movies ever.
It is, man.
Nah, but Shōgun's definitely worth a run. Go check that out. Let us know what you think. I've been on some I've been having a hard time finding things that I like. I recently went back and ran back the whole Peaky Blinders. Y'all rock with that Peaky Blinders joint?
Peaky Blinders.
Oh.
and then what I ran back recently that I really was excited to run back and it felt like a whole new show to me was The Wire. Watching it in in this mode that I'm in now in life and in the industry that I work in, it gave it new meaning. You know what I mean? So, sometimes good TV is hard to come by, but it's good to like disconnect and escape to another world.
It's good to disconnect, man.
Shōgun is a money piece to me. Definitely get the
on FX
streams
on Hulu.
Gets that what they talking cosign.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So go peep that out. So Boogie, what we got? I'm messing with him today. He's gonna get me back though. He's gonna get me back. I know it.
At the end of the day, though, we know what time it is, though.
We know what time it is,
man.
What time is it?
Random story of the day.
I think I got a good one for you. So, this random cat just happened to be walking down the street next to a chemical plant and fell into some highly toxic chemicals in a small city in Japan. Speaking of Japan, we talk about all the good stuff Japan had.
He was the Shōgun, bro.
Man, but this cat fell in this toxic waste in a small city called
Good. You want me to say it? Fuck your mama. It's called fuck your mama.
Fuck your mama. Fuck your mama.
I think it's fuck your mama.
Fuck you mama.
Fuck your ma.
Yo, listen,
Fuck you,
whoever
ma.
Hey, don't talk about my mama like that, bro. You're gonna throw
whoever-
hands virtually, dude. Don't be
whoever
saying
knows
that.
the proper
my-
pronunciation
How-
of this town in Japan, please
How dare
let
you?
us know because
Oh,
we're
man,
rocking it.
please.
I'm gonna make you commit harikari, bro.
Fuck your mama,
Hey.
Japan.
Whoever
Wild.
can pronounce this properly, I want you guys to go ahead and submit that to our site. Just give me a voice recording. Just attach it to the submission so I
Please.
know how to say
Fuck your mama.
or fuck you yama,
Japan.
whatever. But
I think it's Fukuyama.
Fukuyama,
Love
Fukuyama.
it.
Nailed it.
Love it.
but
Nailed
this
it.
cat in Fukuyama, Japan, Southwest Japan, he leaving these brown paw prints everywhere he walks because he full of chemicals and he living a great life, man. They got the city on alert. Everybody scared because, man, they could run the chance of getting some type of radiation poisoning just messing with good old Garfield over here running around
Just toxic
rubbing on
pussy.
folks. What y'all think about this, man? Is it crazy or not?
Oh no. Well, they literally say cats have 9 lives. Like this dude just definitely burnt at least one of those lives by falling in. Like
So like
But
an
dude,
11
what I was
foot
trying to-
vat of just toxicity.
they literally have like a pussy alert looking for this cat around
Yo.
town. 'Cause they're like, if you touch it, like if you touch it, all those other things. Like so, the chemical at the center of it actually was like the chemical. You remember the movie Aaron Brockovich?
Yeah.
With Julia Roberts.
Oh yeah,
where she was
yeah.
like going to battle with that chemical company. That same chemical that like poisoned all those people is what this cat fell into. So it's now running around the town. Apparently, like it can mess you up if you ingest it for sure. But even if you touch it, like it's not good. So they're like, be on the lookout for any cats that you see acting weird, which cats are always acting weird.
That's what they.
I know Lulu
that's what they
Jenkins
do.
is exempt from that, but
Yeah, I got it, cat.
some of them behaviors, they're like "Meow," and all that shit. So it might be tough to identify it, but yeah, I don't know. Just basically don't pet a cat in the wild if you're in Japan. In this area. Like,
Don't pet
And fuck
the
you, mama.
toxic kitty.
in Fukuyama.
Don't and fuck your mama. Don't pet the toxic kitty. That's so wild to me.
It's
Oh my
insanely
god,
wild.
that's crazy, man. Well, fellas, that is our.
Random story of the day.
So we gave you guys jukebox. They don't spell it right, but they out here inventing something real new. They got you investing into your favorite artist song that was made in either 2009 or further back. You know what I'm saying? And every time it's played somewhere, somebody getting a royalty check. And even you, because you own a small fraction of it. So collect them 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents. Eventually it's going to rack up. Maybe it's a great idea. Maybe it's not. But at least you a fan and you own a piece of it. Jay!
Oi, where in the world is Kate Middleton? No, we gave you Kate Middleton, her Photoshop controversy, not being seen since January. Well, allegedly she was seen, but y'all get the point. What's going on? Drama and hot tea within the royal family. Chachi.
Isn't it? Yo, huge shout out to FX. Ever since, like, I can remember, they've been killing it from, like, back in the day with The Shield. Sons of Anarchy was a big one for me. Now, Shōgun, loving it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in with this one. It's fire. Brings me back to things I loved when I was younger. Connected me back with Pop Dukes. One for you up top.
I am your boy Dizzle.
It's your boy Hollywood.
And Chachi's in the house.
And peace out to our boy Boogie. Hope you get better, bro.
Come on, Bug. We miss you, man.
I want to thank you all for listening to what they talking.
Big shout to all the listeners all over the globe, man. We love
See
y'all.
you guys again next week. Peace.